I'm Alex Howland. I'm from a town called Dartmouth, Massachusetts, about an hour south of Boston, to meet our amazing gaialink partners, of course. We're getting really excited to release Virbela Go, making Virbela more accessible and easier to use for all of our users. Really excited to have Gaia taking us live here in Japan. I started Virbela while pursuing my PhD in organizational psychology in California. In organizational psychology, we learn a lot about leadership and leadership development, things like cultural intelligence and working in a global economy, as well as the importance of teaming and interacting with your teammates in a way that drives effectiveness and efficiency. There are a lot of great tools for developing those leadership type skills in in-person education, but really I saw a lack in the ability to develop those skills in a remote environment. So I actually saw how clinicians, clinical psychologists, were using virtual worlds as a form of therapy, help people to get over phobias, PTSD, those sorts of things, and thought, oh wow, we can use these synthetic environments to bring people together from different parts of the world, give them a safe place to practice leadership development. So the area of leadership development was a key element of the founding story of Virbela. As time went on, we had organizations like eXp Realty said, we're going to do more than just leadership development on this platform. We are going to develop our whole organization on the platform. And they grew from 1,000 real estate agents to over 87,000 agents on the platform. Yeah. Yes, we don't share this often. We usually just call it Virbela, but it was originally an acronym, virtual, so that's the VIR part, virtual business environment for leadership and assessment. Yeah, so I think anytime you're doing something different or innovative, you're greeted with a lot of doubts and questions. And typically what we find is customers with good leadership who buy in. From a technology perspective, we build the platform in an ecosystem of everyday hardware, people's computers, as well as the everyday internet connection, commodity internet connections. Virbela Go just wouldn't have been possible, even 3 years ago. Just right, as well as iterating over time as the ecosystem gets better and better as well.
では質問があります。2つあります。実際このメタバースっていうのは今後どのような発展の仕方をするかというのをお考えか教えてもらっていいですか。
I think it's a very important question thinking about how we work going forward and how technology can enable both the relationships we have with our colleagues as well as how we become more productive and efficient with our work. And I think the metaverse allows us to feel and be really connected and together without physically having to come together, without having to commute an hour and a half to work to or from, but yet still feeling connected. Take myself, for example. I've actually been on the road for about 12 months with my family, working in over a dozen countries. And it's possible because I go to work in the metaverse, and I still have the opportunity while traveling to be with my team in the office. It really gives this feeling of being in the office. So I think there's kind of real advantage of this work from anywhere, and the metaverse provides the tool to let that happen and really build strong relationships and efficient business.
開発側からしてこのバーベラを作る時に最も大切にしたことって何ですか？
Yeah, very important that it's easy to use. You shouldn't have to be a gamer or technology expert to feel comfortable in the environment. So we really think about how to make it simple and reflect what people are used to in the physical world, right? So if the environment can give people social cues on how they should behave in different situations, it's helpful for the user to be at ease and just communicate as they're used to. So it's very different, yet in a lot of ways very much the same, and that's intentional. The sameness is intentional to get people to just relax, be themselves, and enjoy their colleagues. The number one focus for Verbella Go is accessibility, really getting people in and using the environment seamlessly in a way that they're used to after the download, but now much faster to get both new users in and existing users in. So that's certainly the focus of number one for Verbella Go. Number two, I think because it's web-based, the web ecosystem is a lot bigger than the 3D ecosystem was prior. That coupled with AI, I think will allow us to develop a lot faster. So I think about diversification of the look and feel of the environment, the type of environments that we can have for different purposes in the environment, allowing for branding, allowing for unique education purposes, allowing for different types of collaboration to occur, as well as events in the platform. From there, in parallel to these things, we're starting to integrate with artificial intelligence, and I think the momentum with that will grow faster and faster over time as the resources become even more and more available and continue to advance at the pace that they're advancing. So there, again, I see using AI to diversify the look of the platform, AI to interact with the operators, the humans in unique and different ways that promote efficiency and collaboration. And then also think about how we give users feedback from the data that they're producing through their behaviors in the environment that allow, again, greater efficiency, greater teamwork, greater efficiency of education. Yeah, so I think Verbella provides lots of opportunity from an ESG perspective. One, thinking about the environment, right? If we can reduce the number of people traveling to and from work, I think we're much more efficient. Yes, the carbon footprint much lower. But we also find, partly because of the psychological safety that we talk about, we find people with sometimes social anxieties or different challenges in the physical world really feel safe in the Verbella environment. And when they feel safe, there's all kind of side effects for the better. You know, if they feel safe, they're more willing to lean into difficult situations that they might not want to try. They might be a bit more innovative in their thinking and in brainstorming. They might be willing to be a bit more social. Yes. So we already have great customers supporting folks in things like career readiness who might have some kind of physical or mental challenge in one way or the other, and they're seeing great opportunities in the platform. Yeah, I think entrepreneurs have a great opportunity to think different in terms of how their people work. And I've seen it work, frankly. You know, I think of eXp Realty, which is a great use case. Glenn Sanford, the founder, CEO of eXp, said, if I don't have to pay for brick and mortar, I can completely disrupt the residential real estate market. And he has. And he's grown a multi-billion-dollar business by having all of his staff be in the metaverse, interacting with each other, doing learning and development with their realtors, doing real-time support. So we've proven it can work. And I think companies that continue to pay the heavy costs of brick and mortar won't be able to come up with business models that really compete for those companies that can be digital, right? Obviously, some places need physical goods produced and those sorts of things, and it doesn't work in those scenarios. But particularly when we think about knowledge workers and those sorts of things, in my mind, there's no reason to have everyone in the office all the time.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。私と、アレックスはリアルで会うのは今回が初めてなんです。大きな商談、例えばバーベラ社とガイアリンクの締結、そのような場面においては海を渡って本社に行ってですね、契約するというのが本当だと思います。ただ我々はその過程を踏んでおりません。バーチャル空間の中で全ての契約を締結しております。それもこの行動心理学に基づいたこの安心あるメタバース空間の中であったからこそ実現できたことであると思います。ぜひともこの新しいバーベラ号、こちらの方はインストールとかそういうものはいりません。なのでまずは体験していただく。そこで何ができるか。その次に来る未来はですね、当然 AI との連結、その次には AI エージェント、それとの連動が視野に入っています。そこの未来に進むためにもですね、今の段階でですね、このメタバースの中でビジネスを活用していただく、その第一歩を踏み出していただければ嬉しいと思います。次はですね、バーベラ GO の空間の中で皆さんとぜひともお会いしましょう。お待ちしております。